Welcome to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. I'm Nathan, and every week, my co-host and girlfriend Rachel and I discuss all things in the sports drama universe.
Sprinkled in with pop culture, we cover topics from Bravo to Brady and everything in between. So keep listening to find out more. Cheers!
Welcome to the Chad Ocho Cinco episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose. This is take number 2 of this. We apologize we didn't come to you last week. We attempted to record. We had some technical difficulties. Rachel was sick for half the week. Then I was away for the other half the week. So the one night we tried to record, we just lost audio and it was no bueno. So we apologize. But regardless of that, Miss Rachel Rooney Eden, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's so loud right now. I feel like, that of course, like literally we are like pick up the mics and they start doing construction. That's just how it works here.
Yeah, we're in New York.
In the Big Apple.
Yeah, it's in our studio.
Exactly. In the studio. So I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Oh, and our neighbors are just, it's like truly all chaos here happening. But
okay.
That's okay. We power through it.
Right,
we power
exactly.
through Adversity. I'm feeling vulnerable today, though. I can't lie to you because this is my first time with my hair up in a bun, like slicked back on the camera. And like, I don't know if I love it. I feel like it'd be better if I was angled this way. So like, I feel like we may have to switch seats because like, I just like don't know if I look like if it's giving ballerina or if it's giving bald, and I don't know which one I want because this is
chic.
It's chic, you think?
Yeah.
Okay,
classy.
Because I feel like I just have to own it at this point. But
hey, I'm feeling vulnerable too. I'm usually wearing a hat. I'm just letting the curls flow today.
Yeah, but like you look amazing.
Oh, you look amazing.
Yeah. So perfect. Because it kind of looks like I just like rolled out of like bed or something. But I feel like it's fine. I feel like I look fine. But I don't need people to sound off in the fucking comments like this bald-headed bitch or something.
No, never.
No, never.
People's comments
never.
are so nice and great and awesome.
Exactly.
And great and nice.
Well,
and never say anything mean.
We love Chad Ocho Cinco. What a great episode number. 85.
I met him one time in Miami.
Yes. Let's say for the people who don't know this story.
I went to Miami with my family, my mom, my dad, and my sister. It was the summer between 8th grade and freshman year of high school. Chad Ocho Cinco at the time, he just changed his name to Ocho Cinco. He was in a contract dispute with the Cincinnati Bengals at the time, and training camp was just starting out. It was a rainy morning in Miami. My mom couldn't find a Dunkin' Donuts. So instead, we just wandered on into a random coffee shop because she needs her caffeine or else she gets angry. I feel you, mama, now that I am in the coffee game. So I was just standing underneath the awning outside the front of the store because I didn't want anything from inside. And someone says, excuse me, and I chaotically turn around. I just bump into this lady's boobs. I'm like, oh, sorry. And
yeah, on purpose, I'm sure.
No, I didn't even see her there. And it was Chad Ocho Cinco's lady at the time. And I was wearing a Patriots hat. I was wearing a Famous shirt. Remember those big F Famous shirts?
No, I actually don't. What is that?
Famous was like one of those like...
It's like a brand?
Skateboarding brands, yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know what that is.
I was wearing that with a Patriots hat on. And at the time he played for the Bengals. And he was like, oh, you're a Patriots fan? I was like, holy shit, it's Chad Ocho Cinco. And he's like, did you swear? I was like, yeah, it's you. And then so we just started talking. And my parents come out with the coffee. My mom's like, you know this guy? And I was like, yeah, it's Ocho Cinco. It's Ocho Cinco.
I'm crying.
And so, and he was just like, so he just talked to us for a while. Nicest guy in the world. Took a picture. Don't know where that picture is. And he went on his way. He had a purple Hummer with purple rims.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Remember Hummers? Like what a like snapshot in time those were.
Yes, I've never been in a Hummer. Edwino used to have a Hummer.
That is honestly amazing. Like I like all I remember were like Hummers were like they were so bad with gas. That's like what everyone would always say how bad with gas they were.
Yeah.
And that's it. But like I I love them still. You ever see the Hummer limos? Yeah, those are intense. Like, and very unnecessary.
Yeah, I think now they create like an electric Hummer now.
Really?
I think so.
But like, for why?
Because they're swaggy.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I guess they were replaced by the Mercedes one, the G-Wagon.
Yeah, maybe, perhaps.
But
I don't even know if I would be able to place, like, sometimes, like, when you're in, like, such a different area, like, if you're in Miami and, like, you bump into someone, like, how would you even place that it's Ocho Cinco? Like, I know you know, like, what he looks like, but, like, I feel like I'd be like, that looks like somebody I know.
Oh, because it's Ocho Cinco. He's iconic.
Oh, okay.
He's still iconic.
Yeah.
You know, he eats McDonald's every single day. Still does.
Goals.
And he's just still shredded.
What do you think he eats?
He eats like a double cheese. He's a quarter pounder with cheese and fries.
That is
every day.
Fucking crazy.
Every day.
Speaking of McDonald's, I got McDonald's this weekend. Hannah was in town this weekend.
Hannah?
You went to Pinehurst. Hurricane Hannah was here. Like, I swear to God, I'm still in recovery, and she's out drinking last night. I don't understand. And I don't even know where this story was going. Oh, I'm like, how did this? The hurricane is just in my head. We got McDonald's, and this was like the first time that, like, vulnerably, like, again, like, vulnerable, the word of the week, like, we got it after a bar crawl, and, like, was eating it here, like, just her and I, like, 2-3 o'clock in the morning or whatever at the coffee table. And
classic.
Honestly, like, I woke up the next morning, and, like, I think the first thing I said to her was, like, please, like, do not judge me for, like, the way that, like, I ate that, because, like, I have no idea. Like, once there was McDonald's in front of my face, especially if I'm a little drunk, like, there is just no, like, it's a handful of fries. Like, it is disgusting. I was ripping apart this Happy Meal, I'm sure, like, fucking gross. But she was just like, no, like, exactly the same thing. She was like, I don't even remember. Like, perfect.
What'd you get? You got a Happy Meal hamburger?
Hamburger, Happy Meal.
What did she get? You don't remember?
No, but I could tell. I could definitely look at my thing. I think she probably just got, like, a cheeseburger and fries.
How was it? Do you remember how it was?
I mean, spectacular, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was upset when I heard about this because the night before.
You have been asking so many times for McDonald's.
I've been wanting McDonald's like no other. And every time I suggest it,
we should do it this weekend.
Should. You just make a puking face and act
like
I'm crazy. So the second that I'm gone, you get it.
Yeah, literally.
It hurt. And I was really hoping to see McDonald's like at some point during my travels this weekend so that I could grab it on the run, like maybe in the airport or something. Nope, didn't see one.
Honestly, McDonald's is like, people like on it, like they're like, oh, it's just McDonald's. Like, you cannot find McDonald's everywhere. You can find it everywhere, but you can't find it everywhere.
Yeah, why aren't there more McDonald's in airports?
Great question. Probably because of like they only own like
the real estate part.
The real estate, I'm assuming.
Yeah. But I feel like when we were kids, there used to be McDonald's in every airport.
I don't remember the McDonald's in airports.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe McDonald's is just landlocked. Like, it's like a land thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because they do own every piece of real estate that they sit on.
Right. So, I'm sure they don't own the airports. So, that's probably why. But maybe there's a couple trickled in here and there, you know? That they just, like, own, like, a little section of the airport or something like that.
Yeah.
But, like, I will literally, like, people who don't like McDonald's or, like, whatever, make that face at McDonald's, like, I love McDonald's. Like, it's not that. It's just, like, I cannot eat it all of the time because, like, I have no control around it. You know, it's like this uncontrollable thing. Like, it comes to me and it's like put it in my veins, you know?
But when you get a good McDonald's meal, like when it's all hot, fresh.
Oh, it's
perfectly. Oh, my goodness.
I'm like, how is it bad for you once you're eating it? I'm like, I just don't understand. Like, how is this bad?
Right.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's so bad it's good. So good it's bad. Whatever it is.
Tomato.
Yeah. But how are you? I know you went, you were on a scouting mission this week.
Yes. I was doing my due diligence for the U.S. Open. I went on a golf trip with the fellas to Pinehurst, North Carolina. It's where the U.S. Open will be next month. So I scouted it out for the PGA golfers and the LIV golfers that will be in attendance participating. I did play Pinehurst number 2, where which will be the site of the tournament. They already started putting up the stands. There's a lot of construction going on. They're building like the hospitality tents and like the merch tents and all that stuff. So it was chaos over there. And there are certain parts of the course, like certain tee boxes that you couldn't hit off of, and they're building new tee boxes for holes that they want to make longer for the pros because they hit it so much farther than the average human being. But it was awesome. Pinehurst was amazing. It was like going back in time, kind of, when it comes to like golf, because like you walk into like the main hallway, and it's just like trophies and like pictures from like the late 1800s, early 1900s, like. The history of Pinehurst is just all along this one hallway. The guy who designed the courses, I'm blank on his name, the architect. There's his original desk right there in the main hallway.
Very cool.
That he like designed all the courses with. Donald Ross is his name. So it was amazing. I had obviously a great time. It's the second time I've met a lot of these folks on this trip. I am an add-on through my man Ty, his brother Nick, and their man Austin put this together. And so it's a lot of their homies and like connections like me. Bunch of sick puppies. Not many interesting cats, just all sick puppies.
The pound town.
Yeah, literally. But it was tremendous. It was amazing. And I loved it. I expected it to be a lot more like stuffy there. Like I expected it to be like elite, like rich. And it was definitely like, there was like a side of that was like rich.
Yeah.
Just because everything was so nice and so well kept up, but very laid back.
How would you rate it, like as a golf course?
So we played honestly 4 different golf courses, 3 of them within Pinehurst, and then one of them called Tobacco Road, which is a little ways away from there. But in comparison to like Stream Song or like Hilton Head or like other places that I played golf, I would rank it. I don't know. Stream Song is great, and I loved it. But I would just put Pinehurst slightly above it just because of the history. And
you
like
love some history,
and the fact that like it's where they're playing the freaking U.S. Open. It just makes it so much cooler.
Right.
So yeah, it was awesome. I could not.
Who do you think's gonna do well there with their their golf?
You know what's funny? We Nick, Ty's brother, was asking the caddies that like what kind of golf.
So me and Nick, we are just in the same headspace.
Yeah. He's actually one of probably the only interesting cats there.
So he asked the caddy.
And the caddy was, I honestly didn't hear him because I was very worked up about how bad I was playing.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, I did not play very well on number 2 at all. I actually had a match with Ty where we were playing $100 a hole, and I lost by 9 holes. But we put a cap on how much I owed him before the match. We're like, if anybody goes up this amount of money, like, this is where we're going to cap it off at. So thank God we capped it off because I lost every hole.
Wait, but if you played another course, you would have been fine? Like, I just don't understand.
No, I just played very bad that morning.
Oh, but if you played, like, another morning, you would have won, you think?
If I played the way I played the day before,
yeah,
I would have competed. But Ty just bought, like, I don't know. Ty played very, very well.
Oh, okay.
But to answer your question, it will be interesting to see who wins. I mean, I think Scotty Scheffler, obviously we'll get into what happened to him this past weekend, but I think that he'll have a great chance just because it's a lot of it is just like being able, you don't have to bomb the ball, but like you just have to put it in the right place. It's a lot of it's target golf.
Okay.
Very narrow fairways, a lot of bunkers in strategic places, which I found every single bunker on the course. Literally, legit. Every single one I found. I was in a bunker for 8 out of the first 9 holes.
Yeah, but maybe you were just like, that's your golf and your body telling you that you need to go to the beach. Like you want to be on the sand.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
be in the sand.
I feel like I should be in Aruba with this. The money I'm paying to be on a golf course.
Literally in the sand.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it is. Like I wouldn't put it any farther past that. Like I don't think it's bad golf. I think that it's just like your subconscious wanting to be in the sand. That's what the bunker is, sand, right?
Yep, exactly.
Toes in the water, ass in the sand.
Yeah. And I was drinking a beer too. Sliced my thumb.
No, don't show it, please.
While playing Pinehurst.
No, please.
Wonder how dumb I am? I sliced my thumb on a beer can while playing Pinehurst number 2. No one does that except for me.
Oof.
Like who decides to crush up a beer can out of anger and cut their hand?
Yeah, well, that's karma for being like that.
Possibly.
Which it's just, I mean, like, I feel bad, but like, don't ever show me that thing again. You literally, like, you know how bad I get with that stuff, and like the first thing you said, like, look, I cut my thumb. Like, I don't need to see your skin slashed. It's just awful. I cannot. No.
One thing we did say, all of us were in agreement on the trip, is that if Tiger Woods is ever gonna compete again in another major, it will be this one, because everyone says like the reason why he couldn't compete last week in Valhalla or compete at the Masters because it's a very grueling walk. This wasn't a grueling walk. It's very flat. So like it shouldn't take.
And you can't take a car if you're playing in the tournaments.
No.
Tournaments.
Whichever you want.
Tournament. I don't know. Tournament.
Tourney?
The tourney? Mm-hmm. The tournamente?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The competition? No, you can't. We couldn't.
The competition.
We couldn't even take cards.
Because
on number 2.
Because why?
Because they don't want to ruin it. They're trying to keep it pristine.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this is the last week that people in the public are allowed to play it, so that they can.
Damn, you really lucked out, huh?
Yeah, very it was
meant to be.
As bad as I played, it was
written in the stars.
It was an amazing experience, and like.
Was it written in the stars or was it written in the sand? For real.
You ever heard that song, Written in the Sand?
That's exactly what I was thinking, because like the song that you sent to me, and I'm like, wait, but you were always in the sand, so written in the stars or written in the sand?
Yes.
Written in the sand.
Definitely written in the sand.
Yeah.
I really felt bad for my caddy because he had to rake every single bunker.
What do you mean you had to rake a bunker?
After you hit the bunker, the caddy has to clean up your spot. Some of them I did because
they bring a rake?
There's a rake. There's rakes in every bunker.
There's a rake? Like a full-blown...
Yeah. Not like one with like long legs, but like a bar.
No way. How long is it? How big is it?
6 feet. No. 5 feet? 5 feet?
Wait, they have a full-blown rake in there?
Every bunker. You can go the local course. They'll have a rake in every bunker.
Are you serious?
Yeah. If you hit out of the sand, you have to rake it up because if the next person that hits in it, if they like hit into if you don't rake it and they hit where if they hit the ball to where your feet were all dug up, it's not fair for them. So you have to just try to flatten everything out.
That is so funny. I never knew that they had a rake in there. Mm-hmm. I tell all my hoes, rake it up. That's literally it. The caddies.
I got the sick hoodie.
I love that hoodie. It's something that's I would never, if I saw that in a GoPro shop or whatever the hell those things, what are they called? Pro shop? GoPro. I would have never picked that for you, but I love it. I love that you're wearing it.
I honestly
very unlike you.
I spent over an hour in that pro shop trying to find something to get because I honestly didn't like much of the stuff, and a lot of the stuff was also already the U.S. Open stuff. I didn't think I should get any of the U.S. Open stuff because I'm not going to be at the U.S. Open.
That makes sense.
So the basic Pinehurst stuff was very limited. And I actually didn't even see this at first. Another gentleman on the trip, Mr. Al McLean, my dog. Oh. My dog.
Yeah.
Came walking out of it. Came walking out of the pro shop with it on. And I was like, where'd you get that? And he's like, it's the first rack literally when you walk in. He's like, get one. We could be twins. I'm like, went right back inside. Spent another.
I do love it. I really I like it on you, which is something I would never see you in a quarter zip hoodie, this heathered blue. I would never pick it for you.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it was a black or.
No, I like it. It's such a nice color on you.
Thank you.
So you never wear it, so it's never wear those colors. So it's nice to see you in something like this, especially with your curly hair. Please meet me in the sand.
It's probably I still have sand in my hair.
Okay. Why would there be sand in your hair?
Because you hit the sand goes everywhere.
No, come on.
In your hair.
No, it doesn't. Are you eating
shake it like you just don't care.
Okay. All these songs are really just for golf, I think.
Yeah, exactly. But it was another reason why it was cool being there is because the PGA Championship, the latest major, was taking place at the same time at Valhalla Country Club in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville. They had a thing during the broadcast, asked all the players to say it, and they were saying whoever said it wrong, and the person that said it right was Justin Thomas because he's from that area, and I couldn't tell the difference.
Why would he say?
I don't know.
Oh god.
I thought everyone else was saying it right, and they're like, and they're just like, just because he's a local, he's saying it correctly.
No, but I also think it's like one of those things like you would be able to pick up on the twang. You know what I mean? If you're from the area and like you say it, like there's a twang to everything. You know that like the common ear cannot hear, but like from the area, you'd be able to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there must be something like what's something like in your area that you would be able to know. Like you know
Worcester.
What I mean? Yeah, exactly. So people could be like Worcester or like
Worcester,
Worcester, whatever, and you're over here saying
Worcester,
and they'd be like,
or Peabody. Well, everyone says Peabody.
Right, exactly. So it'd be the same thing. You just don't know it because your ear is not subject to hearing all the time.
Not trained.
It's not a trained ear. Exactly.
Not a trained
Okay. All right.
But Xander Schauffele, one of my favorite golfers, won his first ever major. Congratulations, Xander.
Yeah, poor guy. He really needs all the congrats from everyone he can get.
Yeah, because it's the third biggest storyline coming out of Valhalla.
Yeah.
Of Valhalla. I don't even know how to say that.
Valhalla. Why do I know that name?
You heard of that's where Scotty Scheffler got arrested.
But it's not that. Like I've known it from before then. But like, why? Is it a brand? Valhalla? What is it? Valhalla.
Country club.
I don't know. It sounds very familiar though. Okay. Anyway, we move on.
The biggest storyline coming out of the weekend, aside from Xander winning, was Mr. Scotty Scheffler, number one golfer in the world, being arrested.
Yeah.
Friday morning before his round.
I'm crying.
At the course.
Yeah.
So if anyone was living under a rock and didn't hear, Mr. Scotty there was a tragic accident Friday morning where a bus hit a pedestrian going into the club, and unfortunately that pedestrian passed away. And so this was at like 5 a.m. in the morning. It was still dark. It was raining. So all the traffic going into the parking lot was kind of stalled out because they were only allowing media members and players to get past a certain point. Well, Scotty Scheffler was driving himself in. He was in the driveway of the club, and he was literally, there was a bus in front of him that they wouldn't let in, and then another car, and then him. And so he simply just tried to go around on the left-hand side and try to get in. He also didn't know that what was going on. No one knew that there was a tragedy. No one knew that someone passed away.
Okay.
Everyone just thought it was backed up. So he just tried to go around and he was like 100 feet away from the entrance that he needed to take. Well, there was a police officer who grabbed onto his car in a yellow trench coat, so he didn't realize it was a police officer. He thought it was a fan. He continued, he didn't see that person grab onto the car until he heard the banging. So he drove like 20 feet with this person going along, and then he finally stopped. The police officer asked him to roll down the window. He rolled down the window. The police officer unlocked the car, opened the door, took him out, pinned him against the car, and just arrested him. He caught a felony for that, saying that
Yeah, it's also like, how do you not know someone's like on your car though?
He literally drove like 20 feet, so like here
but
to
like
that
how
corner.
fast is he going?
5 miles an hour.
But like, wouldn't you know that someone's like on your car?
But I'm sure he thought it was like a fan like banging the window. Like,
I don't know. Something seems off with that. But I agree. Like, I don't think that like poor Scotty Scheffler like literally just like manhandled.
Right. He's also probably exhausted. His wife gave birth to their first baby early, like literally 3 days before.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sure.
He in the same time frame. He traveled there. He's been practicing. Like, he brought his family with him. So like, I'm sure he's not getting
the baby.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't think he brought the baby there.
I don't
There's
know.
no way he'd bring a 3-day-old to a golf tournament.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the baby's probably still in the hospital.
Probably.
Like, you thought that people would stay in the hospital for weeks. Like,
regardless, he's exhausted. Okay.
Right. Okay. Benefit of the doubt. Or
right.
Benefit of the doubt.
I still don't think he should have been arrested. Like,
no, I don't think he should have been arrested.
So he was arrested, charged with a felony. Crazy. He said that he like was in the holding cell, and like they had ESPN up, and like he was watching him getting arrested.
Stop.
And like at that point, that's when it like clicked with the cops like who he was.
Right. How could you not know who he was though?
The cops didn't know who he was.
Like, how? Scotty Scheffler literally won the Masters. Like, how do you not? And you're like you're the police officer on like a golf thing. Like, I feel like Scotty Scheffler's like, I guess he looks very common, but
Right.
I don't know.
Just the video itself is just crazy. He's asked. So Jeff Darlington.
Wouldn't he just be like, I'm a golfer here, like I'm playing?
He said he didn't want to pull that card. He didn't want to pull the do you know who I am card.
But I'm playing in the tournament. Well, like I'm going. That's why wouldn't he say that?
So in the video,
stop playing a card. Like, hey, I'm going to the tournament. Let me freaking go.
So in the video of him getting arrested, you could see him turn around to the person recording, saying, "Can you help me, please?" And the person he was saying that to was Jeff Darlington, an ESPN reporter who just happened to be walking alongside and just saw this all happen.
So he pulls out his phone. This is so bizarre.
Yeah.
Go help the man.
Well, he was trying.
Okay, so then what happens?
He's also a reporter. He's doing his job, reporting on it.
He's like, why would I help when I could get the story?
Well, exactly. So he was trying to tell officers that's Scott, he's the number one golfer, he's playing.
Right.
And one of the cops they keep on telling him to get back, and he's like, I'm back, but it was a chaotic scene.
Right.
And the cop was like, well, right now he's going to jail, there's no turning back now, so I don't care who he is, but who is he? And Jeff Darlington told him, but
this is so crazy.
It was just a wild scene. Funny enough, he got booked and released. He said he started stretching in the jail cell.
No, I'm crying.
They moved his tee time back a couple hours.
I couldn't even imagine.
He made it back to the course. Didn't get arrested this time. Practice, played, still shot 3 under, which is a great performance. And finished out his round, I guess. But I can't imagine how exhausted, how chaotic, how crazy that must have felt been for him.
I just it's so crazy. He's stretching in the jail cell. Who is he in Louisville jail with? Legit crackheads. Who? Where is he going? Right? Is he in in jail, right?
Yeah,
or is there a holding cell? How does that work? I don't understand jail.
They made him get into an orange jumpsuit.
No, they didn't.
You haven't seen his mugshot?
I've seen his mugshot, but I thought that was I didn't think that it was for real.
No, down south they make you get into a jumpsuit.
Shut the fuck up. Do you get to keep the jumpsuit?
No.
Oh, you have to give it back?
Yeah.
Who washes that?
Probably another inmate.
Ew. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my gosh. He got into an orange jumpsuit. He should have played in the orange jumpsuit. That would have been iconic. Could you imagine? It has a collar, doesn't it?
No, it didn't.
Oh. I'm trying to imagine what those things look like, but I can't.
It was a V-neck.
Ooh, it's Scrubs.
Baggy, yeah.
Oh my god, gross. Oh my god, that is really funny though.
But it has to be one of the craziest things that ever has happened in sports.
It's probably one of the craziest things that's ever happened to him. Probably the craziest thing that's ever happened to him.
Definitely.
But what the fuck?
Exactly. What?
Are they going to apologize? How does it work?
No, he still has a court date. They moved it back to June 3rd.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, they moved.
And what are they going to say?
I don't know. Actually, there's people in Louisville, Kentucky, who are saying that they're upset with the fact that his court case got pushed back.
Why?
Because if he was released so fast, because if he was a normal person,
oh my god,
that it would he'd still be in jail and for the felony and whatever. It's just dude, it's all a big misunderstanding. It was a chaotic scene. I honestly don't. At first, I was all right, that cop's an asshole. No, someone literally died. It was a chaotic scene.
Right.
It was raining.
I think
it was dark.
Right. Chaos was just it was awry or whatever the hell.
I'm sure these cops saw this person get hit. So their adrenaline is high. Their Spidey senses are high.
They're trying to calm everything down, whatever.
Right. It was just a chaotic scene and just a giant misunderstanding that my whole thing is crazy that it couldn't be the 200th player in the world. Why did it have to be the number 1 player in the world?
Yeah, literally.
Wild scene.
It's so crazy to me that Scotty Scheffler got arrested. What?
If he won, it would have probably been the best athletic performance in the history of sports.
Yeah, but I don't think he needed to. You know what I mean?
No,
I think it was just being arrested was enough.
Yeah.
Being arrested was enough.
Yeah, he played plenty well.
I think he was probably Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine?
What's going on?
Seriously.
High highs and low lows.
Seriously.
Probably his first time in a jail, right?
Yeah, first time ever being arrested.
But in a jail, you think?
Probably.
Have you ever been to a jail?
I went to a jail on a field trip in high school, yes.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. On a field trip.
That's so crazy. What did you do there?
We walked around. We saw the different cell blocks, and then we had 3 inmates talk to us. And then one of the kids was like slouching.
Oh
and
God!
One of the inmates was like, "Yo, when I'm talking, sit up straight, dog."
What did the kid do? He literally, he probably clenched his ass.
Yeah, seriously.
Literally, that is so scary.
Yeah.
Were you like, oh my God?
Yeah, I don't need to be back. I want to hear one of these places again.
No, literally.
So that's why I'm on the clean and narrow.
Yeah, 100%. That's why you would never get arrested. Ever.
God forbid, don't.
Yeah, seriously.
So that was happening, but even that was like, there was another big story that happened that we're going into the weekend. It was Mr. Rory McIlroy filing for divorce.
Divorcee.
So him and his wife Erica both filed for divorce in the in the state of Florida.
City of Florida.
They were married for 7 years. So just another crazy kind of story. Like, also it's a giant week for him.
Right.
Like
for playing in the PGA, you're saying?
Yeah. So like, interesting that they chose that specific week to file.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of random, but like, when is there another time? Like, it just like, if it's done, it's done, you know? Like, if it's over, let's just let it be over. But then I was like looking, like, because I know like you had said this, or like I had found it, whatever, somewhere. Like, she was at the Masters, like in the white jumpsuit with him and their baby, right?
That was last year. She didn't go this year.
Oh.
Yeah, so that article you
sent. Oh my God. So maybe were people speculating then?
People were speculating then.
Interesting. Because then I found an article that he is linked to the golf reporter Amanda. I don't know how to say her last name, Batula or something like that. Amanda Batula's from fucking Summer House. Oh my God. Amanda, something with a B though. And she was married and she's getting divorced. And they said that there's rumors speculating that the two of them are having a little rendezvous.
Yeah, you sent me that. Interesting.
But like, even like if you watch them on video, like they have like sexual chemistry. Like, it's like you can see they're like flirty. It's weird.
It's like us.
It's not like us. They can't even touch us. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she. I mean, it's not the first time she's been linked to a golfer.
Who?
Well, there was a whole thing where like Paulina Gretzky was like standing in behind the camera when she was interviewing Dustin Johnson one time, because like she said that she like her and DJ were getting too flirty in like the interviews. Like, I think it's just like a thing. Like
is she the only other like woman reporter? Like, I feel like there's probably like a lot to go into with her. You know what I mean? Like, is it only her? Like, I mean, like, she's
CBS primarily does like the final like the last day of these events. They just own those rights, and she's the CBS like reporter for it. So she's the one talking to all these dudes.
I just like, I don't know. Sometimes like it's like these randos surprise you. You know, you're like, huh? Like I didn't peg you for one of those. You know?
Yeah, but it could just be she's a friendly gal.
Okay, you have no idea what you're talking about. Okay?
I don't. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I feel like as a girly, you know specific girl, when girls do specific things, other girls always judge them. It just is what it is, and no matter what, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even like I'm a judgmental person, but it's like I'm just judging you based on the moves and the actions you're making. If they're different than the ones I would do, it's like, oh, those are interesting. You know what I mean? Like, and why would you be doing that then? You know? Are you telling me that there's something in my eye?
No, there's something in my eye.
Oh, I'm like, I don't know if you're like, if this is a signal.
No.
I'm like, hello. But it's one of those things. So it's like, if she's flirting with, like, it's like, why would you be doing that though? It's like, if you're full blown married, what's going on?
How do you know what says that they're flirting? They're both smiling in front of the camera. What are they gonna do? Fucking have frowny faces? Look upset?
Did you say frowny?
Look mizzy?
I think that you need to understand like a couple more things here. First of all, it's not that you're not allowed to flirt away or whatever. But once it gets like if she's getting divorced and he's getting divorced and they're actually having a secret affair, like, that is so fucking crazy, because like now, like, that gives back, like, that makes Paulina Gretzky right in the situation, and a woman's intuition is always correct, like, especially about other girls. And I know that it's always the guy's fault, but sometimes there are girls who like to twist them around their finger. You know what I mean? Like in those situations.
Okay.
So I would not like it, and I would not be in support of her, and it would make me think a lot differently of all of these golf people if she's getting divorced and her and Rory are together.
Yeah, I mean, the article did say that, like, it was the word around the course. However, like, if it's not, like, most likely it's not true, right? Like, most likely it's just a rumor.
I don't know. It's kind of a crazy rumor.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine if it's literally just a rumor? Like,
but I don't think that I feel like usually when there's smoke, there's fire. And if you're telling me that about her from like the jump, like there has to be other girls that are feeling the same, because Paulina Gretzky would not be like throwing, and like, you know what I mean? Like she wouldn't be like, something's going on if this girl wasn't some sort of notorious something in the back end of it all. You know, like I think Paulina Gretzky is just fine, doing just fine. You know what I mean?
Perhaps.
Like, if it's like some random Joe Schmo that's like coming up to your man and whatever, then it's like, okay, like move along. Like, let's go. All right, do your fun.
But she's just doing her job.
There's a difference between doing your job and crossing a line. What do you mean? If she's flirting or whatever, and
but is she flirting, or is it?
And it turned into,
or is it interpreting as flirting?
I don't think anything can get I don't think it's an interpretation. I think that you need to watch a couple of these videos.
I did.
And then see the body language.
I did. I watched.
Yeah, but you're a boy. You have like boy brain. Like literally. Some girl could come up to you and be like, oh my God, you're so cute. Like, let me buy you a drink. And you're like, oh my God, I got a free drink. Like, how cool is this? My lucky day. Like, no, bitch. Step back. Get off my man.
I don't think she's buying anyone drinks.
You don't know that?
But like, there's something to be said that maybe she's just doing her job. Maybe she is. Maybe there is a connection there. Maybe she has crossed the line. But maybe, like, I watched the clips. The only interesting one was when she was asking him on Mother's Day about his mom, how much his mom meant to him, and she knew how much his mom meant to him. That was weird. Because like, how close are you that like you know how much his mom means to him?
That's what I'm saying.
But like, at some degree, they're coworkers. You know what I mean? Like, there's male coworkers that like you know about their parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it's just we'll have to see how the time will tell.
Interesting storyline, nonetheless.
Yes, interesting nonetheless.
Yes,
for sure.
Moving on.
Yes.
Let's move on to the Celtics, the Boston Celtics. My Boston Celtics. Your Boston Celtics?
Yes.
Okay, I'm asking. Don't get upset.
Oh my God.
I'm asking. Sheesh. God forbid, Tone.
A Knicks and a Celtics fan here. Just like a lot of our fellow neighbors.
Yes, unfortunately, the Knicks lost.
To the
obviously.
Pacers.
They lost to the Pacers. However, that's who the Patriots, the Celtics, are playing now in the Eastern Conference Finals. They finished up the Cavs and they won Game 1 against the Pacers.
In a great game.
Great game.
But by the way, I'm not gonna do this like this or whatever. But I'm just saying, it's not like they were blowing them out of the water either. I feel like the Pacers are a good team, so the Knicks are also a good team too. It's not. We just need to call spades here.
Anyone playing at this time?
Yes.
This part of the playoffs?
Right.
They're a good team. Of course they are.
That's all I'm saying. Because they were literally 1 3-pointer away from losing 8 seconds left or 12 seconds left or whatever from Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown had to throw up a heave in the corner.
Right.
Thank God it went in.
Yes.
Sent it to overtime. And the Celtics ended up winning in overtime. Now, that's all well and good. Like, whatever. We're not Sports Center, so like we don't have to go into the nitty-gritty. But it is interesting to me how the national media is treating the Celtics and Jason Tatum specifically. They are overly critical of him. Like every pundit on TV on national TV.
What's pundit?
Like talker. Like
okay.
Critic. From Stephen A. Smith to Adrian Wojnarowski, like not Adrian, all of them basically were saying that like Jason Tatum didn't play well and that he needs to step it up. They want to win the championship and they're never going to win the championship if he plays like that. And they were just being so negative and saying that he has to win this year, putting this pressure on him to win this year when he's 26 years old. It's mind-boggling to me. Not to mention, they won the game. Like, they won the game.
Right.
And he scored 36 points.
Yeah, that's crazy. 36 points is a lot, right?
Right. Like, for example, last night it was game 1 of Wolves versus Mavericks. Anthony Edwards scored 16 points. This morning, they're still talking about Anthony Edwards like he's going to be the MVP.
Right.
Like,
Tatum got double the points.
Literally. More. He got 20 more points.
Yeah, double. He doubled it. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. 20 more points.
So, like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand what the national media has against them.
Everyone's against them.
Yeah. I kind of love it, to be honest, because it's like it keeps the chip on their shoulder.
I know. I wonder why, like, they're saying that. I mean, I think that they're just saying that they know that Boston's a better team and that they can be playing so much better, but they're not playing as good as they should be, is what I think that they're trying to say. And it's getting lost, and, like, they're just, like, shitting on them. But, like, it is true. Like, they're such a good team, but it's, like, even Jaylen Brown said, like, Jaylen Brown, like when they finally started picking up, like, whatever, said, like, Jason finally woke up. And it's, like, I said to you, because when we were watching it, they were, like, winning by a lot at first. They were winning by, like, 12 points or something at first. But then it's, like, the Celtics need to keep it, like, the points, like, very close to one another so that they feel the pressure, so that they operate better. Because I feel like when they have, like, a big win, like, a big lead, they don't operate the same. They're just, like, more loosey-goosey.
Well, they're very sloppy. They're very sloppy.
They're very sloppy and chaotic. I'm like, can we just chill the fuck out? Like,
the rhythm of the offense can be a lot better.
Oh my God, it's like, I'm like, okay, just slow it down and control the ball, and we'll all be okay.
Right. And I agree. Like, that needs to get cleaned up, but they're still winning.
Right. They're still winning. So
that's all. They're 9-2, 9 wins, 2 losses in the playoffs. That's good.
Okay.
Like, that's really good. Like, they've only lost 1 game to each of their opponents so far in the playoffs. Like, everything's fine. Like, there's one way to say, like, okay, like, as they move forward, these are things that they can clean up. But, like, the way that I feel as though they're attacking Jason Tatum specifically is just mind-boggling. Like, for example, like, LeBron James was 28 years old when he won his first championship. Michael Jordan was 29 years old when he won his first championship.
Okay.
Kobe was also in his late 20s, early 30s when he won his first. Like, it takes time. And, like, 6 out of the last 8 years, the Celtics have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, like, Jason Tatum's doing his job. Yes, he hasn't got over the hump yet and won a championship, but give him a break. They're still setting unrealistic expectations for him. Like, he's on the right path. Like, they're up 1-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Things are just fine. He just scored 36 points. When I was complaining earlier in the playoffs about how he was performing, I was complaining that he wasn't scoring points. He's scoring points now, so we're good. Like,
he listened to you. He listened to the Double Dose Pod.
Now, the thing that worries me is that in the first 2 series, Game 2 at home is the game that they lost to both of their against
opponents.
The Cavs. Yep, against the Cavs and whoever they played in the first round. I forget who it was, but so the Game 2 is tonight at TD Garden. So let's see how that plays out.
Wait, they're doing Game 2 again at home?
Yes.
Wouldn't they just play at home?
Yeah, they play the first 2 at home, 3 and 4 on the road.
Got it.
5 at home, 6 on the road, 7 at home if necessary.
Got it. Why do they get?
Because they had the best record in the NBA.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing tonight.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with Jason? Like, is he ever dating anyone? Like, I feel like there's never comes out about him dating anyone.
I'm sure he just makes young ladies sign an NDA.
But, like, why isn't he, like, he doesn't want, like, a full-time girly?
Yeah, I don't think it's that in that part of his life.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, I mean, he has a son, so.
Yeah, so apparently his son was conceived the night he got drafted, like, while he was, like, partying.
Well, he's the cutest little freaking thing on the planet, so lucky him.
Who is it that knows his baby mama?
I don't know. Who is it?
I think it might be Ray.
Okay, well, let's get Ray on the pod.
Yeah.
Ray needs to come on to.
Could be wrong.
Oh my God, imagine it's like literally some random that you met at the airport, that you met in the sand bunker. But moving on.
But you're back on the Celtics from the Knicks, right?
Yes, I always was on Team Celtics. I'm on Team Celtics and Team Knicks. The Knicks are out, so now I'm full throttle into the Celtics.
Full throttle.
All
your chips are in the middle of the table.
Now all my chips are with the Celtics. Like, Perfect. I don't want any other team to win.
Perfect.
I want the Celtics to win.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. I was thinking about if we should go back to Boston, go to a game.
Yeah.
But I was looking at prices. It might be cheaper for us to go to Indiana and go to a game.
Yeah, did you see that who was it? Who were they versing? The Rangers were playing some team in the Carolinas and
Carolina Hurricanes.
The Carolina Hurricanes, and the Carolina Hurricane tickets, you couldn't purchase any tickets unless your billing address was from North Carolina, from the area.
Genius.
What do you mean genius?
Genius.
That's not cool. Like, why can't you have any of the Rangers fans come? Why can't you have any other fans come? What if you're from South Carolina? Or what if you're from frickin' Virginia or something like that? Now you can't go to the game because your address isn't North Carolina? Or whatever Carolina it is?
Well, they want to have a home ice advantage.
You'd be like, that's not cool. That's not fair. Like, don't be a loser. Could you imagine, like, the Celtics, wherever you're not allowed to buy tickets unless you have a Boston billing address? You wouldn't even be able to buy any.
No, I just had my mommy buy it for me.
No, but you want to, like, that's not cool.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Is that the first? Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. It's so fucking weenie to me.
It's the same reason that, like, the Philadelphia 76ers fans were upset that the Knicks took over their arena.
The Philadelphia. Why? Well, sorry that, like, all of your fans have your fans buy the tickets then.
But that's a way to have your fans buy the tickets.
But that's like not. That's not. It should be open to everybody. But then, like, your fans should be the ones buying the tickets. Like, don't be upset because the other fans are buying the tickets.
But the workaround there is that you can just buy it on the secondary market, no matter what billing address you have. I
just feel like that's so. Like, I feel like that's like low key illegal.
No, it's not illegal.
It feels like it is.
Okay. Sue them.
I honestly, like, I feel like you can't, if you're
file a grievance.
Like, you're not allowed to buy anything unless you're in the area. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
They want it to be filled with their fans.
But it seems like under terms and conditions, that seems like a term and condition that they're breaking. Yeah, that's what I think.
They set the terms and conditions for their arena.
It just seems unfair. That's all I'll say. And I feel like if that was you, and if we wanted to fly to Indiana right now and all you could do was a billing address, you would be upset too.
No, I would just have to pay a little bit more money on the secondary market like StubHub, and I would get a ticket.
I don't think so. I don't think it's fair. That's all I'll say. I don't think it's fair. And okay. I'm here for fairness. I honestly, like, I don't think I'll ever do this bun again. I honestly won't. I don't think I will. Like, I feel like I look like a fucking Oompa Loompa, like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory.
You look tremendous.
Yeah, fuck off. It's like, literally.
Oh, someone's calling.
Someone's here. Sorry, there was just an unexpected surprise visit from my sister who came by just to say hello during her work hours.
So sweet.
So sweet. Loved that. So thank you, Samantha, for coming to take a little visit here at the Double Dose Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always wants to come see what the studio is all about.
Exactly.
What the podcast recording's up to.
Right.
What we're talking about.
Yes.
She had to make a comment on how amazing we're doing lately.
Yes.
So that's why.
Even though we hadn't come up with the episode for 2 weeks, but
it's okay. She just missed us. She was coming to the studio because she was like, "Where is that new episode? You guys are doing so amazing."
Okay.
That's
okay.
why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I forget where we were leaving off.
We were leaving off at the fact that the Celtics are in, the Bruins are out.
Bruins are out.
See ya. I'm honestly, like, so disappointed in the Bruins. I won't even lie to you. Like, I just, like, they weren't even fun to follow.
They were exceeding expectations for sure.
No, the other way around. Exceeding?
Yeah, compared to what they're like, they lost Patrice Bergeron. They lost the two best, like, centermen from last year.
They can't play against the Florida Panthers. That's what it is.
No, Florida Panthers are far better.
But, like, it's just like...
They still took them to freaking 7 games. 6 games.
I'm not impressed.
Well, yeah, they have to improve their roster big time.
Yeah, they got a white boy in my roster. He be feeding me pasta and lobster.
Yeah, but like you said, they're donezo. They lost in Game 6 against the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers beat them. Now it's 2 years in a row.
Sayonara.
They are their kryptonite. But things need to get fixed there up in Boston. So we'll see what happens. Going into the offseason, they need to keep Jeremy Swayman. His contract has expired.
He's the goalie.
He's the goalie.
And he's one you like.
Yes. I like Ullmark too, but Swayman's younger and he's just better.
He's the one with the longer hair? Dark hair?
Dark hair.
Yeah, longer hair? Dark hair? I'm trying to think of who he is. But I think I know who he is. No. I know his last name, but what he looks like.
Gotcha. So. Handsome fellow.
Yeah, sure. Don't know.
So they need to come to a contract extension with him. He's not going to be cheap.
What do you think? Like, what's a hockey contract normally look like?
So he'll probably be looking at around. He's probably going to be asking for like 8 to 10 million. 9 million is probably the sweet spot.
A year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's good for him, right?
Yeah, for probably about 8 years.
Oh, geez, that's a long time.
All the contracts are long.
That is a long time.
Yeah, so I think they can do it. The thing is that the other goalie, Olmark, makes $5 million a year, and he still has one more year left in his contract. So they're going to be trying to trade Olmark away.
And that's going to make you sad, right? Because you like him?
I like him, but it's not going to make me sad. It's a necessity. It's some way you do in sports sometimes.
So they didn't even know that they were going to do their last bear hug?
Yeah, they did their last bear hug.
You think?
Probably.
What if they keep them both?
Well, that is a possibility because Olmark has a no trade clause where he has to approve to the team to where he's going to be traded to.
Okay.
It's very popular.
I like that.
Yeah, it's very popular in hockey contracts.
I like that as a player.
Yeah, so that way you don't get traded to
no man's land.
Exactly, where somewhere you don't want to be, like Columbus, Ohio.
Oh my God.
No offense.
Couldn't even imagine. No offense.
So that's the big part of it. Like, he'll have to approve of it.
Got it.
So let's say he wants to stay and continue the bear hugs. Bruins are shit out of luck. Like, if he doesn't want to go anywhere, he doesn't have to go anywhere.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him.
And then another person I want them to re-sign is Jake DeBrusk. I love Jake DeBrusk. He's the one that scored the winning goal when we went to the Winter Classic.
Yeah, so he's on the team.
His contract has expired as well.
Jesus.
So they're in a tough spot because some of their best players they need to retain, but they still need to also improve. So it's like, who do you keep? Who do you let go? Who do you add to the roster? It's tough.
Right.
But I think they overexceeded expectations this year. So go Bees.
Go Bees.
We'll be keeping track of what they're doing in the off season, but
I think they really need my support because they were not doing well.
Yeah, they could have used your support a bit more.
But that's it.
That's it. While we're on the Boston sports train, Drake May attended a Bruins game and sat front row, and he also attended was courtside to game 1 of the Celtics Pacers series. I'm all in on Drake May.
I know you are, and like for me, it's like just like a little hard because it's like it's hard to be all in on someone who's literally 24. Like it's just so tough. Weird to me. Tough. Like it's like I'm supposed to just it's like your entire team is just like on this 24-year-old. Like it's just really bizarre to me. Like I need to suss him out a little bit more. Like he's just like still a legit child.
Yeah,
like,
that's
as
why,
someone who's so much older than him.
That's why. Like the other thing that happened this week is that the NFL roster. I mean the NFL schedule.
You're also 24 when you graduate college. I don't think so.
Depends. Some people are younger. Some people are older.
I feel like you're normally like 21. Why is he 24? That seems something's wrong there.
No, I think he's 23.
He's 23? This makes this even worse. And like,
if not younger, I think. Look this up. I think he might be 21.
I thought he was 24. Why did I think he was 24?
Is Drake?
I'm surprised that you don't know this. You told me when his birthday was, and now
he's 21. Born in 2002.
Where did I get 24 from?
I don't know.
He's 21, and you're just full in on this 21-year-old.
Yes.
Seems like a little weird, to be honest.
Why? He's the quarterback.
I don't. I need to. I don't like. I don't know.
But all rookies are that same age. So you're like, what do you talk? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. It just seems so weird that you're just like full blown in on like a 21-year-old. Like I just thought he was 24, maybe in my mind, like to like make it seem better.
Young girly singers that you like.
Like Sabrina Carpenter, I think she just turned 25.
Oh shoot.
She's like the youngest one out of them all. She's like the youngest girly that I like.
Interesting.
Because like. She's 25. The semi-espresso. The semi-espresso. Like, I can't.
Yeah,
and she got that cake with Leonardo DiCaprio's face. I was like, no, baby, like, don't get older. Like, you're so hot. Or, like, don't turn 25. You're so hot.
I didn't see that.
You know, like, because, like, Leonardo DiCaprio, like, won't date you if you're older than 24.
Yeah.
So she's like, damn, she missed her chance.
I'm sure there's other fish in the sea.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's other fish in the sea for her.
But I am all in on Drake May, and the NFL schedule came out, and
you're not happy with it. Let's be for real. You're not happy. You literally looked through and said they have a chance of winning 2 games, and that's it.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not happy. I just think that the team stinks. They're not favored to win 1 game. So all the spreads came out. The initial.
They're not favored to win one game.
They're not favored to win 1 game. I think they will win a couple games, but and I agree. I don't think, to be completely honest, I don't think they're gonna win more than 3 games again, 4 games again. So
don't bet that they're gonna win more than 8 or less than 8 or 8. Don't, because this is the one that gets you every single time.
I know.
Last year it didn't work for you. The year before it didn't work for you. This year it's not going to work for you. And I'm just trying to be realistic here.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for being my advisor.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're financial advisor, personal advisor.
Gambling
advisor. Food advisor.
The one thing I'm set on, and it's one of those things where my emotions, I want to see Drake May out there. I want the optimism. However, I think it would be idiotic to put him out there and start him week 1 against the Cincinnati Bengals. I think you have to start Jacoby Brissett. The team's going to be bad anyways. Let him learn. No need to put too much pressure on the kid. He is just 21 years old. Let him learn. Let him get acclimated to the NFL. The travel, the practice schedule, the meeting schedule. Just let him breathe. I just don't see the benefit in having him start right away.
Okay, well, I agree with you then.
But come August...
Yeah, you're going to be singing a different tune.
Yeah, but I just need you to know that I'm saying this now so that, when I do say I want him to play, it's your job to be my advisor and let me know that I'm being crazy and emotional.
Okay, you're being crazy and emotional.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
Right now I'm being smart and strategic.
Okay, smart and strategic, and you don't want to be crazy and emotional.
Yeah, but I know I will be. I just need you to know that.
Moving forward. Thank you. I appreciate your advisement on advising you.
Thank you. And please respect my privacy at this time.
Yeah, it's okay. I will.
Back to basketball. The female version of basketball, the WNBA. Is now time to buy stock in the WNBA?
Yes.
They've been on a heater.
Yes. I love the WNBA. I think it's so cool that, Caitlin Clark really, even though you hate her, opened up an entire new world for a lot of these female viewers, and it's pretty amazing. Even if you look at the tickers on top of a lot of these sports news outlets, it'll be NBA, NHL, whatever, and then it'll say WNBA, and it's the only one with a W there. So it's pretty amazing. It's
crazy. Yeah, I mean, maybe I've been unfair towards Caitlin Clark. I do think some of her antics back in college in Iowa were interesting and annoying, but you can't deny what she's doing for the game. I mean, she broke the record for the most views for a game, viewership for a game in her first game against Connecticut Sun with 2.12 million people tuning in.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
It's huge. It's amazing.
And she's every game since has been more and more people. It's you can't deny it. The money that she's already been able to generate or help generate for the league. Now everyone's flying chartered planes, like we mentioned last week.
Yeah, and even here, if you wanted to, because me and Sarah were looking into possibly going to a game for the New York Liberty, and tickets were $250, one ticket to go see the New York Liberty versus the Indiana Fever. I'm this is crazy. Go CC.
Right. And I mean, it's not just her. It's Kelsey Plum, who we discussed a couple weeks ago, is in the middle of a divorce with Darren Waller. She came up with her own cigar brand.
Oh my God, that's really funny.
What? You have Cameron Brink on a crazy marketing campaign right now with New Balance. She was on Paul George's podcast.
And Skims.
And she threw out the first pitch at the Dodgers. The partnership with Skims, which I think is genius. On all levels.
Yes.
I think it makes more sense in the Skims partnership with the NBA, honestly. I think, not only is it, does it make sense, these are comfortable, underwear to wear or whatever, but, get the, sex sells. Get these women in like photographed like in the fucking Skims and like that sell like that inherently, especially in America, will get your viewership up.
100%. Angel Reese threw out the a ball at a game, whatever. What is it? Baseball game?
Yeah, first pitch.
First pitch with, I don't know like who she did it with, but like a lot of these like little girlies like of the WNBA, they're like popping off, and I love it.
Yeah.
Go off.
I didn't watch the whole podcast, but I saw some clips, and I think I showed you some of Cameron Brink on Paul George's podcast, and she had an interesting perspective on it, where it's just like yes, this year there seems to be like a more viewership and like more popularity within the league, but like I think she had a great perspective on the fact that like her, at least like she's like I can only speak for myself and like the other 4 kids that I've spoken to, but like we don't take credit for that. Like everyone that was already in the league before us, or like set the groundwork, and like we're just like now people are just getting attention. Like there's been plenty of other great draft classes. Now it just seems to be the year where people are interested for whatever reason. So it was cool that she wasn't like, yeah, like we're coming in and we're gonna...
and like I honestly like appreciate that, and like it honestly like shows like how much these girls like or women really like respect the women that came before them and stuff, and like I just like really appreciate the fact that like they're openly saying that, because they very 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 easily could be like, yeah, like we're the best, like we're just like running shit or whatever, and then they're gonna get legit their asses beat on the court. You know what I mean? Like I feel like women would be like so much more aggressive to them like on the court, and like just if you're like disrespectful, but I feel like they've been nothing but like so respectful, like showing so much like appreciation, and like I just love it.
Although the other side of that coin, the older I've seen like Charles Barkley and LeBron James talk about how the like veterans in the WNBA seem to have animosity towards this rookie class, including Caitlin Clark, and they both said that like it makes no sense as to why they would. However, I haven't seen where that stuff comes from.
I just feel like a lot of what the old other women like it's getting taken out of context, and they're only taking bits and pieces of what they're saying in order to like create like a story. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like because any press is good press.
Right. Like I saw a clip of Diana Taurasi saying, who plays for Phoenix, say like there's gonna be a learning curve for Caitlin Clark, and like her game might not translate right away to the WNBA, but like that's not something mean to say. It's just when she was asked about it again in her next interview, she was just like, it's just like anything. Like if you go from kindergarten to first grade, there's a learning curve. If you go from high school to college in sports or school, like there's gonna be a learning curve. Like what are we talking about? Right. So I think you're right. I think a lot of things are just being taken out of context. But I'm down to either go to a game, start watching, whatever.
Yeah, I'm down to go to a game as well. I would love to go to like a New York Liberty game and see what it's all about. Another
thing that you told me is that Caitlin Clark teamed up with Wilson, the basketball company, to launch the first signature basketball collection since Michael Jordan's.
Yes. So I saw this, and it was like first ever since Michael Jordan. Caitlin Clark is making like her own basketball. So it's gold and white, and so it has like black trim. And then there's 3 different versions of it, but like in the different versions, there's like little pictures, it looks like, on the basketballs. I don't know if they did that for Michael Jordan, but the different pictures are, one of them is threes up, which is like her like going like this, which is like her celebration that she would do from like getting like a 3 from a 3-point shot like deep in the court. 2 is a record breaker, which is like just acknowledging Caitlin Clark, that's like being a trailblazer and record breaking moments along the way. And number 3 is the crowd maestro. I don't even know how to say, like, maestro, whatever. Maestro, is that what it is? Energizing crowds wherever she plays. So it's like, I just think it's cool. Like, I think like as like if you're a little girl, like you would be like, oh my God, I want the gold and white basketball other than this orange fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like to play with, like I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to take that one. Thank you. And like we move on, and like gold and white, like it's fucking sick. I love it.
And it's collectible. Another way she's generating cash.
Right. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. I'm like, go off, queen.
Yeah. I mean, It's really interesting it's gonna be interesting to see where not only the WNBA goes, but like where like women's sports in general will go from here.
I think that this is like a huge like step in like the right direction and like a big indicator of like where it's going and like a big moment. Like I think that after this, it's like it's just gonna get bigger and better from here on out. Like at first it was like the volleyball, wasn't it in Indiana?
Nebraska.
Oh, okay. But like in the same general area, but like look at these like Midwest states like just pumping out women's sports. Seriously. It's amazing.
Seriously.
Go them. Go them.
Go them.
Go them.
Go them.
Well, I think it's time to get into our double D's threes of the week. All right, let's hear yours first.
My double D's threes are my 3 pieces of advice for the professional golfers that will be participating in the U.S. Open at Pinehurst.
Go for it.
From my scouting trip, of course.
Right, of course. Research purposes.
Yes.
Expense it. Write it off.
Exactly. Call the accountant. Write it off. Number 3. Okay. You have to be on the right level of the green. A lot of the greens have different levels.
Okay.
So it can get tricky. The greens are fast. Of course they are. They're only going to be faster. That the professionals are used to. I'm probably sure it's more dramatic for me because I'm not used for greens being so fast. But it was, if you're on the wrong tier of the green, it was borderline impossible to figure out. It was just like a prayer. Like, is the ball going to end up by the hole or not? So that's number 1. You want to be in the right part of the green. I'm sure, like, you just need it. Maybe something that they're used to is something that I wasn't necessarily used to.
Right, of course.
Number 2, you gotta pick your spots in the fairway as well. It's not a place, I mentioned this earlier, but it's not a place where you just bomb away. You have to be strategic on where you put the ball. It's not awfully long, and I know that they're going to play it from a longer distance, but a lot of the fairways are narrow.
Like, why would they set it up from like a longer distance though? If like they're the professionals,
to make it harder for them, more difficult.
But like, why? Like, just play the course as it is.
Because they want to make it more difficult.
But like,
if it's too easy for them, then they'll score like a -20. Like,
yeah, but like, what's the difference?
They want to make it difficult.
But like, wouldn't you not be playing the same course then? Like, it's not really the same course. I'm not saying you. I'm saying them. Like, they're not playing Pinehurst. They're playing Pinehurst like level hard.
Well, this is right. You want to make it level, Hall of Fame level.
Yeah, but like, remember with the Masters, like it didn't even look like they were having a good time out there because it was so hard.
Right. That's what majors are all about. They want to make majors as difficult as possible because it needs to be like an accomplishment to win.
Okay, fine, whatever. Just doesn't make another thing that just doesn't make sense to me. Just like make it fun and easy for everybody, and then like they'll have a good time and like they'll make records and we'll all be happy.
No, they want to make it difficult.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's actually currently a big conversation in golf because they announced earlier this year that they're gonna put a restriction on the balls being used to where they don't go as far.
What? Mm-hmm. What do you mean restriction on the balls?
They're gonna only allow the balls to go so far.
Okay, I mean
like the rollback plan, so the balls don't go as far.
And like, how are they gonna
change like up the materials that go in the golf balls?
Why don't they want them to go as far?
So it's not as easy for the players.
Okay, they're getting a little. Like,
I think
these are the things that you really need to focus on for real.
I think the ball rollback plan's freaking nuts.
Just stupid.
But that's one of them.
Like, let's chill.
Number 1, stay out of the bunkers.
Oh God.
Okay, stay out of the bunkers.
Okay.
There's so many of them strategically placed around the course. I found every single one of them. Mm-hmm. Okay, get out of them. Don't go into them, because if you do, you'll be slicing your thumb on beer cans.
Oh my God.
Okay, stay out of the bunkers. Those things are deep too, and if there's ever a little water, like it rained the night before we played it, those things were packed down. So it wasn't even fluffy sand where you can get your club underneath. It was just like concrete. It was just difficult.
Yeah.
So if you want to win the U.S. Open, stay out of the bunkers.
I love that. Stay out of the bunkers from the Sandman himself.
Enter Mr. Sandman.
Enter Mr. Sandman. Amazing. Thank you for all those tips. I'll be sure to be using them once I play at the Pinehurst Golf. Someplace I don't think I ever will dream about going. But I'm glad that you went.
Thanks.
My WD3s this week are just 3 new things that I'm into. 3 new things that I'm liking, okay. You know? And I'll say number 3 is a iced strawberry matcha latte with oat milk. This thing is like literally like strawberry milk. I don't understand. It tastes so good. And like the matcha, it's like, it feels like it's good for you. Like it's so good. And I need to have more of them in my life, I think. Like it's just like so simple and so yummy.
Where does one get one of these?
You can get one at La Colombe. That's where I got one. You can get one at the Aritzia coffee shop. A lot of places now are offering these like strawberry matcha latte iced oat. That's just the way to get it, I think.
Okay.
I think I mastered it. It's, again, like I said, just so good. Like maybe at your local coffee shop, like if they have matcha, I'm assuming they would have like a strawberry puree or something. It's delicious.
Okay.
Number 2, the lemon cookie at Levain is my new favorite Levain cookie.
Wild statement, but continue.
The lemon cookie and the caramel coconut, so good. But like the lemon cookie at Levain is so like, it's like refreshing almost. So it's like basically I'm eating a salad, like eating this thing, like a little popsicle. It's so good. Like I ate the entire cookie. Like that's how fucking good it was. Like I normally don't either. Like I just like could not stop eating it. Like it's so good. Like, and it's good with like a little chill on it. With like, it's like a little cold. Oh, it's good. It's so good. So good. And number 1, my new favorite thing that's going on, what's happening, are the ants at the Museum of Natural History. These things are top tier. Like everyone's like, oh my God, ants are so gross. And like, I still agree. I like cannot get behind an ant, but like these ones at the museum, like I just could not get over it. Like they are literally hard at work every freaking moment. They're putting their whole body into it, carrying these huge ass leaves. Like there's literally ones like at home. There's little baby ones. There's ones like at the pool. I'm like, that's where you'll find me with a little drink.
There's
like
ones at the pool?
Yeah, there's like a little water thing. I'm like assuming that's a pool, like a pool for them. Like,
or where they drink water.
Yeah, like I don't even know where they would drink water, to be honest with you, or if they even do drink water. Like, do ants drink water?
Can they hear?
I don't know. That's a good question. But like literally like watching like them pull off the leaves from these trees, like the leaves like fall down. Some of them will fall down with it. And then they literally like eat the leaf like enough so that like it'll break off a piece. And then if there's another piece, like their friend will get it. And like they're literally carrying these pieces of leaves that are, all you see are just little leaves because like you can't even see, they're so tiny, these little ants. And like they were just like, I was like, oh my God, like look at them freaking go. Like it's just so crazy. Like they have their own world. Like it's their own freaking world. They're just hard at work every freaking day, putting in the hours. Like I'm like, go ants.
Love it.
So, and then like while I was there, I was like, oh my God, I remember reading an article recently that they found like one of the biggest ant colonies like in history. I think it's in Brazil. They filled this ant thing. I think it was for, now I know this is a very, very, very big jump. It's either 10 hours or 10 days. And I don't remember what the 10 is, but it's either 10 hours or 10 days. And they filled the ant holes with concrete, which honestly is like so fucked up because I think they killed all these ants. But then they did it for research purposes, of course, and then they dug out everything. This thing, it's literally probably the size of our apartment, and it's all these little ant like cubby holes and little passageways to another cubby hole, and like that's like at the museum, like they show you some of their little like holes. It's fucking crazy. Like they have like when you see like those little ant hills, we have no idea what's going on underneath the ground. Like and how do they even see down there? Like do they have night vision? I'm confused. But they had like the daylight when we were there. I don't know, it's very confusing. But nonetheless, the ants were amazing. And like I give so much credit to ants. For real. It's like literally crazy. Like they're working so hard and all I do is step on them. Like I will continue to, but
just with a little bit more respect.
Yeah, like a little bit more respect. Like, you know what? Put you out of your misery. You don't need to work that hard anymore.
Right.
And they're done. They retire.
Your life would be better on the other side.
They retire under my foot. So.
Nice of you.
Hey, thank you. I'm always thinking of others.
Did it say how long ants typically live?
No, and like if there was anything to read, I wasn't reading it. You know what I mean? Like I honestly like I was reading like an animal in there. Like I cannot read. I really can't read anymore. Like I was trying. I'm reading half these sentences. I'm retaining none of it. I just don't even know what to do. Like I'm like, okay, the ants are here. I'll remember it for literally half a second, and then the information just leaves my brain. I don't understand when people read things and then it sticks with them. I do not get it. How do you like? I'm like, how are you reading and then and then you're remembering it. Like, how are you remembering everything? Like, and like, what parts are you choosing to remember? And like, what parts are you remembering? I don't know. I don't get it.
You have to read things multiple times to understand what's going on.
Right, and I can't. Like, for my attention span, like, I already read it. I don't want to reread it, and I don't feel like reading it again.
Right.
So, like...
The second time I go over it, it's going to be skimmed.
Right. It skimmed the first time. It skimmed the first time. It skimmed even more the second time if I'm choosing to read it again, which I usually am not.
Right.
So, it makes sense. It's, like, a lot of what happens with me, you know, like, a lot of my decisions and everything, because I usually get half of the information. But it's like, I just cannot,
I've heard that.
like, I cannot read. I can't read the stuff, especially in a museum. Like, no. I need bullet points and, like, just facts.
Yeah.
And also, I need to know, are the animals in the museum taxidermied? Like, are all of them, they all are, right?
Yes.
I was telling Hannah that. I'm like, we're in the whale room with all these, like...
Not the whale isn't.
No, I know that the whale isn't.
Okay, sorry.
But I'm saying that's a whale room. And then there's, like, the polar bears there. The seals are there, whatever. I'm like, are they real? They're real. They just stuff them, right?
Yeah. All of them.
It's so crazy.
I know how bad those boxes smell.
Ooh. I hope they put some perfume on those things. Because, sincerely, like, I wonder. They're like, oh, that one's got Chanel No. 5 on for sure. There
is one thing, I don't know if you want to make your honorable mention, that I'm surprised you left off the list.
What is that?
Your new favorite emoji.
My new favorite emoji?
Yeah. You were sending me Jupiter or Saturn.
It's Saturn. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, it's my new favorite emoji. It's what I've been using. It's what I've been using with you. Like, I just think it's, like, so cool. I love the colors. I love the shape of it. I love that it's Saturn. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, over the weekend she just texted me and just put a Saturn emoji at the end of the sentence. And I'm like, what does a Saturn mean? She's like, it's my new favorite emoji.
Yeah, duh.
And it was like, how are you? How's your day, Saturn?
Yeah, I like the Saturn emoji, and, like, I like putting it now with, like, the gray heart. I think the gray heart I need to put into my repertoire. I've been using the white heart hands, and, like, the little sparkles. Like, that's, like, my go-to. Mm-hmm. Or, like, the little one with the crying face. Like, oh, my God, you're so nice. Like, whatever. I need to be putting in some more, like, quirky ones. Like, put a Saturn in there. Put a gray heart in there. You know? Like, I got to change it up a little bit. And that might be my new era, my Saturn era. Okay. I'll be better on Saturn via SZA. So, like, the Saturn one's so good. You decided, like, after that, like, to put the planet Earth one, like, does not hit the same, is not cool. Like, do not put that in. Do not use that with me.
Okay, that's all I'm going to use now, so.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to do that one, then at least put the green heart or put, like, a blue, like, a little blue one.
Okay.
Like, maybe you should change up your repertoire as well.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend using the Earth one. Like, maybe something different.
Okay, I'll use the Earth one more then.
I don't think so. You're not even going to remember it after this. No. It'll be just like our reading sessions.
Exactly.
But I think it's time.
It's time
to get into our sick puppy and interesting cat of the week.
Sick puppy. Back to Pinehurst. Lil Cheetah. Okay? Lil Cheetah, real name Garrett, was my caddy over in Pinehurst number 2. Mm-hmm. This man's a sick puppy, okay? Why is his nickname Little Cheetah? Well, he found this out halfway through the golf round. He asked us, I'm not going to try to do a southern accent because I don't want to offend anyone, but he asked us, hey guys, have you guys gone to the Cheetah yet? And we were like, no, what's the Cheetah? And he said, oh, it's a strip club down the street. And we were like, no, we haven't. And the other caddy goes, that's actually, like, not trying to joke around, that's Garrett's nickname, is Little Cheetah, because he was literally a regular there before he got his girlfriend. Like, by regular, I mean, like, the last 10 years.
Oh, my God, I'm going to vomit.
And then we were like, oh, like, how are the girls there? He was like, most of them don't have teeth, but that's just North Carolina for you. We were dying laughing. And then he was just telling us stories about how, like, one year for his birthday, the other caddy, Jordan, got him, like, a special package there where it's like you go in the hot tub for 30 minutes with a couple of ladies.
That is so fucking vile.
Yeah, he was telling us a story, and
I could not even imagine, first of all, like, being such a regular at a strip club that you get the nickname of the strip club, but then also choosing to go into a hot tub at a strip club is so I like literally the things that grow in there. They should put that in the Museum of Natural History. That should be in like the fucking Smithsonian.
He said that they drain the water and refill it every time.
I highly doubt that they're doing that. You know how much fucking water that is?
That's what we said.
Yeah, like literally, that's a lot of fucking water.
We said, well, how big is the water bill then?
And a lot of bleach.
Mm-hmm. A lot of chlorine.
Oh my god.
A lot of shock.
Oh my god, that is a lot of shock with shockers in that hot tub. You know what I mean? That is disgusting. That is disgust. That is so gross. I can't even imagine.
Interesting cat of the week.
What would you do if you found out that like your significant other's nickname was like a strip club nickname because they frequented so much so that they were in a hot tub with strippers? Like, what would you do if that was me? Like, if I was like Lil T's or something like that?
I don't know. I don't think
we would be dating.
Well, I'll tell you what his current lady is doing. She got him a wedding band to wear, even though they're not married.
No, yeah, right.
Okay,
right. We're
this
just
man was wearing one of those black rubber wedding bands, and back to Nick Calitri. Nick asked him like, "Oh, like you're married? Like how long you been married for?" He goes, "Oh no, this isn't a wedding. It's a wedding band, but I'm not married. Like my girlfriend makes me wear it because I'm a little cheetah."
Like that is so fucking crazy.
And we were dying laughing, but he was dead
No,
serious.
like this is awful.
And then he's like, "Here's your 6 iron."
Could you imagine like what if I did that to you? Like what if I was like, I want you to wear this wedding band? Like whatever. Like would you wear it?
No, I'd probably either have a very serious conversation, and if not, it would be the last episode of the Double Dose podcast.
I'm crying. I am crying. How do you feel about promise rings? Like what's the deal with those things?
I don't understand promise rings.
I don't understand promise rings either. Like,
because either you're like the engagement ring's the promise.
Right. Like that is it.
Right.
Like, we're at the next step without getting to the next step. Like,
right.
Are we there? Like, is it your engagement ring?
Right.
What is the promise ring? Just don't wear the ring on the finger. Like, wear it literally on your other ring finger then.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just say it's a ring.
Right.
Why does it gotta be no promise ring?
Right.
It's fucking weird.
People are strange.
Anyway.
Moving on to an interesting cat. Terrence Howard, who's an actor, went on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's by far the most interesting cat. He went on there and he was talking about how he's created a new periodic table. Okay. Gravity is fake, according to him. And how he has memory from being in his mother's womb when she was pregnant with him.
Wait, he's an actor?
Yes. You know what he looks like.
Terrence Howard, it's sounding very familiar. He said that he has a memory from his mom's womb.
Yep.
How?
This guy.
I don't know who that is.
Actually played O.J. Simpson, I believe, in a movie.
Wait, how do you remember being? What does he say? Like, I mean,
it was difficult to listen to.
I mean, that's like actually like it's just like some takes that you don't have to have. Like, just stop.
He was talking about like the relation between certain elements, and that's why he created a new periodic table. And like Joe Rogan was like, "Where'd you learn this?" He goes, "Oh no, like I've seen it. Like I've seen it. Like I see it."
Okay, well he's legit batshit crazy.
He's an interesting cat. That's the definition of an interesting cat.
Or you're just batshit crazy.
He's very articulate with the way he was explaining it. I'm just saying.
Like by saying what?
I couldn't really understand what he was saying.
Like, give me some periodic table information here. I'm a big lover of the periodic table. Hannah asked me which one was hydrogen, and honestly, what is the element sign for hydrogen?
H.
What's the element sign for oxygen?
Ho.
What?
Ho.
What?
O.
What?
O.
Okay, is it H or O?
I was really saying H-O, but now I'm saying O.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I loved the periodic table, but like again, like I said, like with my reading skills, like the periodic table has came and left because she was like, "What's hydrogen?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm like H something.
Well, he was saying how like the numbers and the order don't make sense, and how like the way he likes to do it is like, so hydrogen is the one molecule that like we can actually see, I guess. And then everything works its way off of that. So based on like a certain...
Yeah, but you can see oxygen.
Yes, but like a molecular... I don't know.
You can see sulfur.
But at a molecular level. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it was fascinating, though. Yeah, I'm sure. It's very fascinating to listen to someone who's crazy talk. It's fascinating probably to come in here every single day and listen to me.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to say. Like, that's what people are getting here.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy talk.
But for things you may have missed, we have a long list since we have 2 weeks to cover. So let me rattle through them.
These are our longest episode yet.
Number 1, NCAA video game released their trailer. This is the most hyped up I've been for a video game since I was like 12.
NCAA, like
it's a college football game. It's coming back. Last time it was released was 2015.
Oh, okay. Why are they redoing it?
Because now the NIL.
Oh, okay. So they're paying the players?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Jared Goff signed a 4-year, $212 million extension a couple of weeks ago. Good for him.
Good for him.
Resetting the quarterback market. That's a lot of money. Tom Brady went on the Pivot podcast and says that he regrets the roast because of the impact it had on his kids.
I know that I said this to you, like, I just cannot get over that take where it's so fucking dumb. It's literally so ridiculous and so stupid. Like, what bothers me about this Tom Brady take, and I said this to you already, is if you were so concerned about your kids, then you should have said kids are off limits, like you did for Robert Kraft, because you were so concerned about him. Like, did you really fucking think they weren't going to bring up your family? Like, did you really think that? Like, I'm just like, what did he think that they were going to say? Like, oh, you did so good at football. Oh. Like, okay, shut the fuck up. Like, obviously they're going to bring up, like, what's going on. Like, so if you were really that concerned about your family, then you would have said that family's off limits. Just saying. Okay. Now he's out here saying he's whatever with his kids. Shut the fuck up, okay? Your kid's probably said something to you, and now he feels like a bad dad or whatever the fuck, so now he's, like, going out and saying that, oh, his kid should have whatever. Like, shut up.
Well, he's the GOAT.
Well, he's, yeah, the GOAT of football, but I wouldn't say he's probably the greatest father of all time.
I'm sure he's a great father.
Wouldn't say of all time.
Moving on. Tom Brady also, his first game as an analyst for Fox will be the Dallas Cowboys home opener against the Cleveland Browns on September 9th.
All right.
September 5th, I'm sorry.
Amazing.
Antonio Brown filed bankruptcy.
Oh, Booty Hole Brown.
So his whole thing is business is booming. Business is no longer booming.
Yeah. Business is literally booming so much so that it blew up.
Literally.
Blew up in his face.
Exactly.
Now he's bankrupt.
Netflix has officially acquired rights to the NFL's Christmas games that they're going to start doing.
Oh, that's cool.
It's going to be Netflix's first live event with one of the major U.S. sports leagues.
That's very cool.
Brad Pitt is creating an F1 movie that reportedly surpassed $300 million, making it one of the most expensive movies ever created.
Not Brad Pitt, just like out here. What? Like, I cannot.
Valery Niskushkin, who's a hockey player for the Colorado Avalanche. So he was mysteriously placed on the NHL/NHLPA assistance program.
What does that mean?
Left the team. So he's dealing with some sort of, most likely it's an addiction issue.
Oh, that's awful.
Right, but it happened like in the middle of their playoffs. Like he had a great game 3. Like he played very well. I think he had a couple of goals in game 4. Just like not with the team.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah, very sad. Jurgen Klopp, the coach for Liverpool.
Yeah, great name.
He said his goodbyes. He coached his last game for Liverpool. They had a big farewell for him. They filled the entire stadium. They had a whole thing.
How are you feeling? You didn't watch it?
I watched it. I mean, I watched it after. Didn't watch it live. I was playing golf. Number 2, I was in the sand.
Oh, right, of course.
But kind of sad. But hey, it happens. He wanted to retire. He deserves to retire.
Right.
Kylian Mbappe is also said a farewell. He played his last game for PSG in Paris.
Wow.
Last weekend. So see you later.
See ya.
AC Milan, their players on Mother's Day wore their mother's maiden names on the back of their shirts against the game, whoever they played that day.
I love that. Fucking here it is for players' moms' maiden names. Like, your mom deserves respect too.
Right. Genius.
Fucking genius.
Genius.
Love that. And I feel like, honestly, players should be able to wear that if they want to. Like, they should be able to interchange it, not on just how mothers say.
In soccer, you can put anything in the back of your jersey, which is cool.
Like you could put anything in the world.
Yes.
Put like
for example, all the
like shoe.
Like all the Brazilians, like Neymar isn't Neymar's real name.
What's Neymar?
It was his dad's nickname, so now it's his nickname.
Oh, okay. So like you would put Sandman on yours.
Yeah.
Okay,
probably.
got it.
Also, in the AC Milan thread, one of their players, Olivier Giroud, Frenchman, it was his last game for AC Milan. After the game, he signed with LAFC, so he'll be playing in Los Angeles.
So he's moving from Europe to LA?
Yep.
Exciting times.
Yep. Speaking of soccer, Manchester City won their 4th straight Premier League, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Wild. Also in soccer, back to Italy, Weston McKennie, who plays in the U.S. men's national team, he's American. He plays for Juventus at the club level. Is dating one of his teammates' sisters.
Yikes.
Do you think that's awkward?
I feel like it's one of those things like didn't they go around? Someone went around and was like, who would you like trust the least dating your sister or whatever? Where was that? It was football, right?
It was football, yeah.
If he's a good guy, if he's a good guy and the other guy respects him, I'd be like, yeah, date my sister because like I know that you're a good dude. You know what I mean? But if he's not a good dude, then I'd be like, we need to have a talking.
Right. So they won like the Italian league.
So do you think that he's nice?
They were photographed together. Like, so it was rumored for a while, but like they were photographed together after the game.
You think he's a good guy?
Yes, of course.
So then, like, great. Like, that's amazing. Like, what a connect.
Exactly.
Like, perfect. Like, friend of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Friend of teammate. Well, sister of teammate. Yikes. But regardless. Then they're family. For real.
Exactly.
Brothers.
Utah's new NHL team has provided their fans with 20 options for a new name that they can submit their votes in a poll.
I love that.
I wonder want me to list them off for you?
Yeah, list some of them off.
Utah Yeti, Utah Ice, Utah Canyons, Utah Fury, Utah Blizzard, Utah Mountaineers, Utah Outlaws, Utah Hive, Utah Frost, Utah Squall, Utah HC for Hockey Club, Utah Venom, Utah Freeze, Utah Caribou, Utah Swarm, Utah Mammoth, Utah Glaciers, Utah Blast, Utah Powder, and Utah Black Diamonds. All of them suck.
I kind of like, yeah, I guess, honestly, like...
HC, Hockey Club, that's the best one.
No. The Utah Frost would be cute. The Utah Ice Frost I like. The Utah Yeti is honestly kind of sick. Good. Like, and they had like a mascot that's like a legit Yeti. Like, that would be cool. Like, right. I think I would like the Utah Yeti.
And like anytime you do like any of those giveaways, you're giving away a Yeti cooler.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like genius sponsoring. Yep. Like, whatever. So, I would definitely say that. But, like, the Utah Caribou, no. Like, that's not going to happen.
One thing here is that...
Holy moly, we have so many.
I didn't know that Utah had a bunch of bees.
Bees?
That's, like, why it's, like, there's Utah Hive, there's Utah Buzz, like...
No. I don't think anyone thinks of Utah and thinks of a bee. They think of Utah, they think of...
They have a honeycomb in their state flag.
I didn't even know they had a state flag.
Everybody has a state flag.
What's yours look like?
Massachusetts. It's a white flag with a blue circle and like Native American with a something.
I don't know what the New Jersey state flag looks like.
Me neither.
It's probably just a freaking bunch of people fist pumping.
It's the situation.
It is the situation. Like lifting up his shirt, and then every ab has something different, like a little Jersey tomato, a little Guido glasses,
a little bagel locks.
Yeah, a little bagel with locks, 100%. Pizza.
Taylor ham.
Ooh.
We got to figure it out.
Yes.
Las Vegas Raiders owner Mark Davis. I don't know why I just blanked on his name. Mark Davis is dating a 26-year-old influencer, Hayden
this
Hopkins,
is so fucking gross.
Who is pregnant, but it's unknown if Mark is the father of the child.
No, like this, you show me a picture of like the two of them, like he literally looks like she wheeled him out of the nursing home.
Best haircut in the game.
Literally looks like she wheeled him out of the nursing home, brought him to the stadium, and there she is, like sitting next to him as his great-granddaughter. It's disgusting. It's literally so vile, and like girlies like that, I don't trust. Get your bag, but it's fucking gross. Like, that shit is nasty. 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 And So is he. Like, that's fucking gross.
It's funny.
That's
it's
gross.
So funny.
But, like, to me, you know what's weird when I think about that stuff? It's, like, it's weird to me that he finds someone that age attractive. Gross.
I mean, he's still a dude.
I mean, yeah, but it's, like, she's so much younger than you. Like, you would hope that if you're, like, fucking rocking around, how old is he? Whatever, like, that you're not
70s,
finding someone
60s.
Like that attractive. Like, it's gross.
He's building a sick mansion in Vegas that's, like...
For her. And their baby.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's like the same architect as the stadium, so it's like it has a lot of the same elements of the stadium.
Get out of here. Like, sincerely, crazy fucking psycho. Gross.
Amazon is making a true crime documentary on the story of the Chiefaholic, the Kansas City Chiefs superfan turned serial bank robber.
Oh my god. Like, please. Like, so fucking stupid. Like, this Chiefsaholic. Enough. Okay, it's like getting to the point with the Chiefs. I'm sure how it feels. Everyone else feels about the Patriots. Like, stop. Okay, like we're talking about a man who turned to a bank robber. Like, oh my god,
he'd always wear like
Chiefs gear.
No, well, he'd always wear like
ski mask?
gorilla costume to games. He was like an iconic Chiefs fan. Would always sit front row, wear a gorilla costume, and wear Chiefs gear. But the reason why they found him is that, like, he would go to Chiefs away games, and so, like, if they were playing in Dallas, there was a Dallas bank robbery. If they were playing in Denver, there was a Denver bank robbery. Like, that's how he was paying for the travel and, like, the tickets and everything.
So weird.
Crazy.
Like, I just, like, couldn't even imagine. Like,
it's actually pretty fast. I think I'm gonna tune in.
You're not gonna tune in. Like, you're gonna watch some news reporters talk about, I remember when I saw the gorilla for the first time. Like, it just, like, okay, like, it's one story, it's done. It doesn't need to be a series. What else do you have to talk about?
I don't know. UFC legend Khabib Nurmagomedov escaped Russia to the United Emirates or whatever after owing over $3 million in taxes to Russia.
Yikes.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump have agreed on 2 debates this summer. That's going to be pure...
That's going to be tune-in worthy. That's tune-in worthy, not Chiefsaholic. I'll tell you that. No, literally. It's going to be literally crazy.
It's going to be tremendous. And then finally, U.S. water polo team has recruited Flavor Flav as a top sponsor in their pursuit of the gold medal for the Paris Olympics.
Like, just so, like, they just pick out of a hat, I feel like, at this point. Like, I mean, I love Flavor Flav. I actually saw his clock necklace at the Museum of Natural History, which is amazing because it truly is a national treasure. And so is he. But, like, what? Why water polo? Like, couldn't be more, like, rando for him. But... get your bag, Flavor Flav.
Do you think he'll be staying in the athletes' village?
I hope so. Fuck
so,
everybody.
You're gonna need 100
We're gonna
more
need. We're gonna need Flavor of Love, Olympic Village. Oh my God, we're gonna need Flavor of Love, Olympic Village. We should totally pitch this.
To who?
Somebody. To you. That would be literally unbelievable. In the Olympic Village, Flavor Flav. They bring New York in for the host.
Yes.
Unbelievable. I would love. Oh my God, I would love this.
Chance and...
oh my God, I forgot everyone's names.
Yeah, forget it.
Other than New York, because she was an icon.
And then things to watch. NBA and NHL playoffs. That's about it.
Well, great. Thank you, Nathan. You want to close out the episode?
Yes, we apologize for our sporadic release dates. We'll get back into a good rhythm, good routine. We can't really say if Tuesday is still the best day, just with how our schedules are working. Maybe it's more Wednesday or Thursday.
We'll see.
But we'll lock down a good cadence to get everyone back and groovy with us. But we appreciate your patience. We appreciate you listening, especially if you listen to this one, which is definitely the longest one we've ever had.
If you've made it this far, congratulations.
Congratulations, and we love you, and we could not appreciate you more. But with that, thank you, and thank you.
Oh, yes.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Cheers!
Cheers!
I know you're not supposed to cheers water, so pound it. Cheers!
Cheers.